Okay, so we want to look at income tax. We want to look at income tax. All right, so what is income tax? Every other person who is on a salary, okay, at the end of the day, that salary is subjected to tax. Okay, just like I did indicate, I showed you the payslip area on, isn't it? Things like what's this here? Pay as you earn, pay as you earn. These are the taxes that we are talking about. Pay as you earn. This is tax. Pay as you earn. So this is the income tax here. Okay, as you can see, it appears on the column of deductions. All right, so this is income tax. So all employees are deducted income tax from their income directed by the employer. Okay, directed by the employer. So I think in the previous lesson we talked about what gross income is, the net pay, we talked about it also. But you can still, gross is the total, okay, of all the incomes such as allowance, the basic salary, dividends, commission. Then net pay after the deductions, when you come to the, you see, this is a pay slip here. This is a pay slip. So there's a net pay here after the deductions. Okay, after the deductions, there's a net pay with this one. So these deductions are removed, then you remain with the net pay. So deductions, those are the ones that we are talking about. So now we have an example that we have to look at here. We have an example that we have to look at here. Okay, so Tapiwa's gross salary is 4,000 kwacha per month. Now given that 3,000 is not taxable, all right, given that 3,000 is not taxable and that the tax rate for the remaining amount is 25%. How much tax does she pay? How much tax does she pay? All right. So when you read this question, let me write here. Tapiwa is getting how much? 4,000. That's her pay, isn't it? Okay. Then from this 4,000, we are told that 3,000 is not taxed. This is tax-free. This one is tax-free. Are you getting me? So from the 4,000, how much is remaining, which is a balance? We have 1,000, isn't it? And then this 1,000, we are told that it is taxed at 25%. At 25%. All right? So we need to find the tax. So we calculate here. You just knock out these two zeros and these two zeros. How much are we going to get? We're going to get 250. So this is the tax that Tapiwa pays. Okay? This is the tax that Tapiwa pays. So this one goes back to government. So what remains? Okay? So what remains? It means from this 1,000, she's going to remain with the 700 and what? 50 kwacha. So her total income is going to be 700 plus the 3,000, which is tax-free. So her net pay is going to be 3,750 kwacha. All right? Take note of this. But the question was only asking on the tax that she was paying. So tax is what? The tax is how much tax does she pay? So we have found that the tax that she pays is 250 kwacha. I'm sure you have seen that clearly. All right? And I want you to follow another one here. The table below shows tax rates. We have income bands and then the tax rate in percentage. There's a percentage. So these are percentages here. These are percentages. All right. So the first 2,500 has no tax. The next amount, which is 2,000, it is taxed at 25%. The next 3,000 is taxed at what? 30%. If there will be any balance from your income, it's going to be 35%. I hope this is clear. All right. Then we are told now that Mr. Banda's monthly salary is 9,500. 9,500. Calculate his income tax. Calculate the income tax he paid. Okay? I hope this is very clear. Have you read the income tax? The income tax bands here. Okay? This is the breakdown. So now you have to understand that we need to break this down, this amount. So we know that this is not going to be taxed. Then the next one, which is 2,000. 2,000 is going to be taxed at 25. Then the next amount is going to be what? 3,000. 3,000 is going to be taxed at what? Then what is going to be the balance now from this? We are looking at this amount here. Okay? These figures that I'm writing. We are looking at these amounts. Okay? We are looking at these amounts here. So now, what is going to be the balance? This is 5,000. Then this is going to be 7,500. 7,500. How much is remaining? 2,000, isn't it? For it to be 9,500. Okay, so we are breaking this one down in this order. All right, so we want to find out how much he paid in tax. Okay, we want to find out the income tax that he paid. All right, then later on we are going to find his net income, his take home. Okay, that's what we are going to do later on. All right, so we can start now. So this one, there was no tax. Then this one, 2,000, tax was what? 25/100. Okay, so when you multiply, this is what I keep saying. So you get rid of these 2 zeros and this one. Then you multiply 20 by 25. What do you get? 20 by 25. We can multiply that. 20 by 25. What are we getting? Let's multiply. How much are we getting? So here, the tax is going to be 500. That's what he's going to pay from this amount. Okay? From this amount, the tax is going to pay is 500. Then the next one, this one now is going to be 30% of this amount. Again, you write the same thing. 30/100 multiplied by 3,000. You knock out these 2 zeros and these 2 zeros. You multiply 30 by 30. What do you get? 900. So here it's going to pay interest of 900. Then the balance is 2,000. So we do the same thing. This one multiplied by 35. 35%. Knock out these 2 zeros and these 2 zeros. So we have now 35 multiplied by 20. 35 multiplied by 20. So here the income is going to be 700. Okay? Remember, the first one doesn't have interest. So now we talk about calculate the income tax that he paid. So these are the amounts. So we just add 700 plus 900 plus 500. you add these amounts, these ones. Okay? How much are you going to get? You are going to get 2,100. That's the amount that you're going to get, 2,100. You just add these amounts here. Okay? So this goes back to government, this one. For every employee, once you pass this threshold, which is tax-free, any other money is taxed. All right? Then, calculate his net income. His net income is like take home. How much is he going to get now? Okay? So now it will be 9,500 because that is his salary. Then minus 2,001. Let's calculate. Okay? Let's calculate how much are we going to get. So this is going to give us 0,047. That is what is going to be that is how much is going to be his net income. It is as simple as that. So you expect these questions in paper 2. Each one of them carries 3 marks here. But usually in the exam, they'll just pick one of these. Maybe they'll ask for how much was paid in tax or how much was his net. So you first have to find the income. I hope I have tried to explain. You either expect such a question. Even these examples, I got them from exam papers. So as usual, I'm going to give you 2 questions for the exercise. So this is your exercise. All right. This is your exercise here. Just as it is here. Maybe you may want me to write it like this for you. Okay. Yes. Okay. So just like we did that. Then this first question is asking you how much income tax does he pay? All right? How much income does he pay or she pay? Mondays, let's put, I've only heard of girls, the Mondays. How much does she pay? Okay. Then we have another question here. We can answer this one. The tax-free allowance for Mr. Banda is 3,200 and he pays income tax at the rate of on the balance of his salary. Calculate the net pay. The net pay for Mr. Banda if his monthly salary is 6,500. Okay. I hope it's done. That's all. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe and comment below.